Rain hammered the streets like a warning from the sky, cold and relentless, the kind of rain that soaked straight through hope and into bone. That's when he saw her, stranded on the roadside, drenched, trembling, expensive shoes ruined in muddy water, pride shattered but posture still somehow unbroken. Most people passed her without slowing down. Some stared, some judged, but the single dad janitor with aching hands and a tired soul didn't hesitate. He pulled his rusted cart to the curb, held his torn jacket over her head, and said softly, "Ma'am, you shouldn't be out here alone in a storm like this." She didn't know then that this moment, this one small act of kindness, would become the turning point of both their lives. Before the story unfolds, stay with this journey till the end, and if this story touches your heart even once, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel, because stories like this change the way we see the world. His name was Daniel, 42 years old, a widower, father to an 11-year-old girl named Lily who still slept with the porch light on because she feared the dark since her mother passed. By day, Daniel cleaned floors at the Naval Administration building. By night, he cleaned tables at a diner. His back hurt, his hands were cracked, his spirit was exhausted, but his heart still worked just fine. Every penny he earned went to Lily's school, her medicines, her books, and the tiny apartment they called home. That evening, he had just finished his late shift and was pushing his janitor cart toward the bus stop when he saw her struggling to shield herself from the pouring rain. Her heel had snapped. Blood from a scraped ankle mixed with rainwater at her feet. Without knowing who she was, without asking questions, he helped her into the small covered bus shelter and wrapped his own jacket around her shoulders despite the cold biting into his skin. She introduced herself simply as Grace. No titles, no rank, just Grace. Her hands were shaking, not from the cold, but from something deeper. The storm had caught her after one of the hardest days of her life. A final meeting with defense officials. A decision that weighed heavy on her conscience. As rain thundered around them, Daniel gave her the last of his lunch, a half-soggy sandwich wrapped in paper. He apologized for it being cold. She laughed softly for the first time that day. That laugh broke something open inside her. They talked for just 15 minutes while waiting for a bus that never came. She learned about Lily, about the hospital bills, about how Daniel used to be a mechanic until an accident wrecked his shoulder and took away his livelihood. He learned nothing about her, only that she looked tired in a way sleep could not fix. When her driver finally arrived, she hesitated before stepping away. She tried to hand Daniel some money. He gently pushed her hand back. "Kindness isn't for sale," he said. "Just pass it on when you can." She stood frozen for a moment as the rain soaked her hair again. Then she nodded, whispering, "I will." The car took her away into the storm. Daniel walked home soaked, shivering, sick by the time he reached Lily. But that night, as his daughter slept safe beside him, he felt strangely lighter, like he had done something that mattered. Grace didn't sleep that night. In her quiet, guarded home, she stood by the window replaying those 15 minutes over and over. Grace wasn't just anyone. She was Rear Admiral Grace Holloway, one of the most powerful women in the Navy. And yet, in the rain, she had been nothing but a tired woman helped by a man who had nothing to spare, and still gave. The next morning, she asked her aide to locate a janitor named Daniel working at the Naval Administration building. The aide looked confused. "Ma'am, why?" Grace only said, "Because he reminded me what honor really looks like." Days passed. Daniel returned to his routine. Scrubbing floors, emptying trash, pretending not to notice the looks people gave his worn shoes and patched uniform. Lily's cough worsened. The doctor warned that without new treatment, they were risking something far worse. Daniel sat in the hospital hallway with his head in his hands, calculating numbers he already knew didn't add up. That night, he sold his old toolbox, the last piece of his former life. He walked home empty-handed, heart heavy, telling himself that sacrifice was just part of being a father. Lily pretended she wasn't scared. But she was. The knock came 3 days later. It was early evening. Daniel had just burned the rice and was trying to make Lily laugh about it when 3 sharp, firm knocks echoed through their small apartment. For a moment, fear flashed through his chest. He opened the door slowly. 2 uniformed naval officers stood at attention. Between them stood Grace, this time in full dress uniform, decorated, powerful, impossible to ignore. Daniel froze, panic tightening his throat. Lily peeked from behind the sofa, eyes wide. "Mr. Daniel Carter," Grace said with gentle authority, "may we come in?" He didn't know what he'd done wrong. He didn't know that he had done everything right. Grace sat at their tiny kitchen table, the same man who cleaned her building floors now standing trembling in front of her. She told him who she was. Lily's mouth fell open. Daniel's knees nearly gave way. Then Grace told them why she was there. About the rain. About the kindness. About how that single moment of selflessness forced her to question years of hardened leadership. Then she placed a folder on the table. Inside were documents, medical approval letters, full coverage for Lily's treatment, educational sponsorship, housing assistance, and a promotion offer for Daniel into facility management with benefits and stable hours. Daniel broke. He didn't cry loudly. He folded forward and covered his face as tears fell silently through calloused fingers. Lily ran to him, confused, scared, hugging his neck. Grace knelt beside them and said softly, "You didn't save me from the rain that night. You saved me from forgetting why I serve." The room was small, but something enormous filled it: hope, dignity, redemption. Months later, Lily ran through hospital halls laughing again. Daniel wore a clean uniform with his name stitched properly now. The apartment had warm walls and working heat. But more than that, Daniel walked taller. Not because he had more money, but because the world had finally seen him. Grace often visited without escort, without rank. Just Grace. And sometimes it rained. And sometimes they remembered. Because one act of kindness in the storm had changed everything. If this story moved your heart even a little, please like the video and subscribe to the channel, because every like helps these powerful real-life inspired stories reach someone who needs hope today.